So hold on. Here we go. Okay, there we go. Now to start drawing. Okay, here we go. So figured I would do an art stream today while I'm able to. Uh, Currently working on I'm currently working on a picture for a contest that one of my, I guess you could say senpais, or, older VTubers. This was just, like a... What the... Is there a pixel out there? Hold on. Oh, it disappears. There we go. Got it. Anyway, so there's an art contest that I'm entering into, or going to try to. Kinda... I kinda procrastinated on it a bit, but, you know, life's busy when you're a magical person. Anyway, like I said though, this is just a prototype, I guess. Something to help me warm up before I actually get started. Though, pretty sure I'm not gonna win, but it's good practice. Oh, yeah, and for those who'll be watching in the future, I do, in fact, have new music. Also, this is my first art live stream on YouTube, so, you know. And something I just remembered. Is it a bit loud? I feel like it's a bit loud. Hold on. Yeah, background music's quite loud. There we go. There we go. Better. Okay, back to art. So, anyway, art contest ends midnight of the 31st of December, because she extended it, and for a bit I was thinking of not entering it because, well, I don't really think I'm that good of an artist, but then I thought to myself, it would be good practice, so here I am. So, anyway, I'll work on this a bit, and then, I mean, it is the 30th today, so I technically have till tomorrow midnight, but I do want to get a start. So, let's see. Okay, now... Okay, seems to be working again. Pay no heed to the random glitches. Wrong button. Actually, how long is... there appears to be quite a bit of buffer, unfortunately. At least on YouTube's end. Why is Twitch working better today? That's weird. Anyway. Hmm. And now my buttons aren't working. What is... Why is nothing working the way it should be? Hmm. I'm gonna have to reboot. Hold on. Not too much, just gonna have to give... I'm just gonna have to give Fire Alpaca a nap. Hold on. There we go. Now, I'm just gonna start over from scratch, because I honestly don't want it to freak out again. Hmm. Hmm. I really would like to buy one of them drawn tablets with the screen on it. I just don't have the money. Definitely make all this a whole lot easier. But it is what it is. Hmm. There we go. Mm. There we go. Mm. I have an idea of what I want to draw in my head. It's just I don't have enough experience, at least I feel I don't, to make it reality, I think. Hmm. 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 Yeah. Maybe I should just refer to my. Uh, I keep trying to change my style whenever I draw digitally. Can't even speak. But whenever I do draw digitally, I feel like the style I made for myself when I was drawing on physical paper, I guess the traditional way, I I don't know, I feel like it's not good enough. But maybe that's what I need to do. Yeah, I'll try drawing in my own style for once. It's been a while since I've done that anyway, so it might be a bit rusty, but yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Hmm. Hmm. Actually, I think what I want to do. Yeah, this is the right one. So I kind of want to go for something like this one. This was just a quick doodle I made, just as like a practice with warm up. So I figure if I take inspiration from this one, I can better draw this. So, hmm, hmm, I'm gonna remove the sharp edges on the cheeks just before I continue. And never mind. Actually, I'll just leave it the way it is. I'll come back to that later. Hmm. I said I was gonna draw in my normal style. I need to do that. Not something new, not what I'm trying to get better at. I just need to draw in my own style. My headphone cords are making it hard for me to draw because they keep getting wrapped around my stylus for my drawing pad. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, that's a bit better. Okay. probably should get their chest drawn first, and then focus on everything else. Hmm. The arms need to be tucked a bit further close to the chest. Kind of like, because I'm trying to, they need to convey power, strength. Like, uh, like that picture of Doctor Doom with their arms crossed typically. That's what I'm trying to go for. At least with this one. This, I should probably post this on, actually no. If I do post it on Twitter, it's likely to be modified. No offense to Elon Musk, but it'd be real nice if he actually took the time to take into account the considerations of artists. But I already kind of think AI is gonna unfortunately kill itself. Or maybe fortunately, depending on who you ask. I don't like art generation. It's, in my opinion, it's stealing, obviously. A lot of plagiarism there. But I'm also kind of concerned about what's going to happen because people are labeling all sorts of things generative AI, but generative AI is only like one thing. Hmm. I'm gonna look up some references. Hmm. Yeah, okay. I see what I'm doing wrong. Her shoulders need to be straighter. Arms kind of go out like this. And then there we go. Whole lot better. Might want to do that on a different layer though. Or actually, hmm, there we go. And typically, a woman's hips sit around the line with their shoulders, and when you're drawing anyway. But it's about making sure everything is appropriately proportioned so it looks good. So, hmm, yeah, I was making the shoulders stick out too much. That's better. And okay. Less of a angle, I think, for that. Okay. And there we go. Mm, that's much better. So now, because of the way the legs are here, it's kind of hard to tell. Mm, it's only get like Power Ranger vibes. Wasn't there a Power Ranger team that actually no, there's a few Power Rangers who had the armor that was like this, but that's not what I'm going for. So, okay, there we go. Hmm, okay. I'll leave the legs alone for now. And hmm, actually, hmm, That's better. Now, on her model, she doesn't have wings, but what I'm kind of going for is, like I said, an angel kind of vibe. So the wings might be there in the last part, they might not. But I'm gonna save this for now, and I'll come back to it later. And I'll probably start drawing something else. So, but I will be working on this later, on and off stream. Probably will. I'll probably get it. I mean, I gotta get it finished before 31st, midnight of the 31st, or 12 a.m. or 100 hours, you know. And but yeah, okay. And now I'm gonna close these, and I'm actually gonna get started working on my new uh VTuber model, because that's something I've been needing to do. Since next year's the year of the horse, I was playing with the idea of going with the well, yeah, going with a horse kind of aesthetic. So probably will be stopping though in a few minutes. Just because I haven't eaten all day and it's starting to take its toll. So, but anyway, hmm, one thing about my style is I tend to draw a bit more feminine characters, more feminine looking, I guess. At least that's how I feel about it. But at the same time, I don't really want my new VTuber model to be, well, to put it simply, I don't want my VTuber model looking like uh, Colonel Armstrong. I think, no, Lieutenant Armstrong. Yeah, Colonel Armstrong is his older sister. Yeah, but I can draw a character like that. It's just I myself in reality am not like built like a brick house. And honestly, I don't know. I don't want my VTuber model looking like that. So now I did do a poll on Twitter, but only like 7 people voted on it, so I'm not sure if I should do a new one or not. But and the poll wasn't like, oh, should they be big and buff or whatever. No, it was, should I stick with the wolf boy design I have, or magical wolf boy design? Though, or should I go with a horse magical boy design? But like I said, only like 7 people voted on it, and all of them may have been VTuber artists, so I may end up needing to hold that poll again, but I probably won't hold it on Twitter. Or if I do, no offense to any artists watching, but I get you all want to do art and whatnot, and you want to find that next VTuber who will give you money and whatnot, and that's great, but please bear in mind the poll is for mainly helping me figure things out. So, but and the poll kind of was meant for not just artists, but kind of everyone in general. And I'm kind of really poor, so I'm having to do all my own art, which like I, I I'll probably make a post about it on Twitter, but I don't hate it. In the future, I'll probably definitely hire someone just because it's easier and there's other projects I want to work on, like the magical girl manga or magical warrior manga, I should say. I know here in the States we call it the magical girl genre, but I think like in Japan it's called the magical warrior genre because there's both boys and girls. But what do I know? I'm just an American who is just randomly picked by a random magical mascot to be the Warrior of Avalon, which is a country that either doesn't exist or no longer does. Mm. I probably shouldn't have spent several hours previous to this stream trying to draw, because I think I've fried my brain, which isn't a good thing, but eh, eh, it is what it is. I really shouldn't push myself too hard, because it can take its toll on me pretty easily. But when I see all the VTubers I follow posting stuff and doing stuff, and some of them, like me, either didn't have jobs or don't have any jobs and are able to do this themselves, and I'm trying to make a career out of this, it makes me want to push harder. And by pushing harder, I might be able to achieve something. I already had some. I already kicked myself over how my artistic skill has turned out because uh, I guess I haven't mentioned this before, but I I dealt with some health issues in high school, and because of that, I wasn't able to draw, and so I feel like my artistic skill has been stifled. But I guess it's better than most. But at the end of the day, it's about overcoming yourself and not being better than someone else. Better about being it's about being better than yourself, you know? Uh, But mm, anyway, all I'm trying to do right now is create a reference drawing so that when I make the official model, or I guess close to official because I still don't have face tracking. However, I might sometime soon, depending on how things go. I won't say how, but I'll either be getting a job or a hand-me-down, possibly. One of the two. Whichever happens first. Mm, portions are off still. And I feel like I need to just... Mm, I'm at least gonna try and get a good head start, pardon the pun. But if I can at least get the head drawn, I... I'll be satisfied with that. Because my brain is definitely fried. So I'll get the head drawn, and then I'll go see who we can raid. There we go. I'm satisfied with this. Mm, yeah, I'm just gonna call it good for now. Might redo the head later, but for now it's probably best to let my brain rest. Next time I do a drawing stream, I'm not even gonna take a few. I'm not even gonna take time to just draw beforehand, just because if I end up drawing for so long, it fries me, and drawing 4 hours previous to a art stream probably isn't a good idea anyway. So let's go see who we can raid. Hmm. Hmm. I'm gonna raid Grape. Grape is a pretty cool. She's pretty cool. I think if the I think there's at least one or two of you, but I think you guys will enjoy her. So I'll see you all later, and be nice, be kind, and yeah, I'll see you all later. Or okay, I guess I can't raid Grape. Uh, okay. Never mind. I guess we won't be raiding anyone. Okay. Well, actually, Tomoe is... She's another cool VTuber. So, hmm. Uh, okay, I guess I can't raid anyone. Never mind. Uh, okay, well, I'll see you all later. And, enjoy your